Ooh. Let's get this lighting right. That's a little better. What's up, everybody? I'm gonna wait for a few more people to join. It's been a long weekend. Long weekend. I have some friends over too, so if you hear some yelling in the background or somebody walk through that door, that's definitely why. How's everybody's day going so far? I'll probably start talking at like the 3-minute mark. My day's been going really well though. Week's been going really well. We are in the third quarter of the year already, so I'm very, very, very grateful that I've made it this far. How's everybody's third quarter starting out? If you are in insurance, where do you work? How do you like it? All that good stuff. Are you independent? Are you captive? How long have you been in insurance? If you have any questions for me, feel free to let me know as well. How you doing, Stelita? I haven't seen you post any videos lately. I see you took like a little bit of a break off, wanted to know what's going on. I was actually meaning to reach out to you, see if everything was all right in Florida, in the Sunshine State for you. And as you can, I don't know if you guys can see the title on your side, like if you're watching this live, but I'm celebrating 1 year as an insurance YouTuber. Very grateful that I've been, it actually was July 2nd and didn't even realize until I was looking at some of my content and was like, wow, it's been a whole year. And I remember on July 2nd posting that video right before the holiday and saying, you know what, I'm going to just see what happens because I've been in YouTube before insurance, but I was kind of all over the place doing different like challenges, pranks, talking with my friends on YouTube. Didn't really have much of a direction. So being able to talk about something that I'm truly passionate about and being able to like take off with it has been completely amazing. I'm just so grateful that I've had the opportunity to connect with so many great individuals that are either in insurance, have been in insurance, or just are looking to get into insurance. The conversations that I've made or had this year, the connections that I've made have been truly outstanding. I'm truly grateful for each and every one of you guys, truly for sticking by me. I was going to do like a 1-year video, but you know, it's now past. So I may do something in the future. I'm not too sure. I know I took a little bit of a break and I said I was going to take the entire summer off, but I do have a few videos that are recorded and edited and things like that. So I may start back posting sooner than I thought. All the feedback I've been getting, even when I'm away, and even my analytics on YouTube have been doing really well, and people reaching out to me saying, hey, when are you coming back, and things like that. So it may be sooner than you think. The next 2 videos I am going to be posting should be day in the life videos. I know you guys really enjoy those videos, and they're both very interesting. They're not your usual day in the life. I take you guys on pretty much an adventure. One's like a little sneak peek of something bigger, which I'll kind of go into later. But the second one is really cool. I had a really good time shooting it. I had help with like the camera angles and things like that. So very excited for you guys to see that. And let me know if there's anything that you guys do want to see. I don't know whether that be type of video content that you guys want to see, any type of policy or any questions about insurance. How much do agents get paid? The difference between an agent and a broker. Any type of question that you guys have, feel free to let me know. How you doing, Janae from Omaha? Oh, wow. Is it cold up there? Or I hope your day's going well. I hope your holiday was well. And I hope that, you just had a safe and fun holiday tomorrow back at work. And it's been really weird today. I try to do a little work, but of course, all my carriers are closed. And I'm just like, has July 5th always been like a holiday? Like you're observing the 4th on the 5th, or maybe because it was on Sunday? I don't know, but I didn't really realize until about 10 o'clock this morning. And I was working and I'm like, why is nobody answering the phones? And I got a automatic email back and it was saying, we're out of the office until the 5th to observe the holiday. And I'm like, cool. Yes, I actually started with a YouTube program to help me with understanding this YouTube world. I'm working on getting leads. Okay, so you said you're working on getting leads like for insurance or for YouTube. And what YouTube program are you into? I could have helped you. Should have reached out to me. I got you. But yeah, your YouTube channel has grown a lot, Salita. I've been watching you and following you since you started, and your subscriber amount has like shot up. So just keep being consistent. That's what YouTube algorithm really pays attention to, is being consistent. And that's where a lot of people fail at, is like they post videos, they get excited, they get a little bit of steam, and then it's like they just stop posting videos because they're too busy or they just don't feel like it. And then that's why a lot of people don't succeed. But if you stay the course and you're consistent with it, I promise you it'll pay off. And then YouTube will start cutting you a check every month, and it's like clockwork. And even I'm still getting paid from the videos I posted a year ago. I'm still getting paid from the videos I posted 6 months ago because new people are finding my video every day, literally, new subscribers every day. So that helps me get paid. And I do it because I love it. Going into this, I never thought I would be getting paid off of YouTube. Of course, that's every YouTuber's dream, is to get paid off of YouTube. But I was doing it because I enjoy making videos. I actually like seeing myself on camera. At first, it was a little weird talking to a camera like this, like, hey, it's KennyJTV. It was really weird, but I got more comfortable. And even looking at my old videos and looking at my videos now, I see like the evolution, the growth that I have truly been through on my YouTube journey. I learned a lot. I played with the green screen a little bit. I still have a green screen, but I don't use it as much because I do have my home office. I'm just so grateful for the growth within YouTube. Best tips for closing sales over the phone. So 99.9% of my closes are over the phone. Usually what happens is, you explain the product, they may ask a few questions, and then a lot of times it's like a awkward silence. But in the awkward silence, that's when I go ahead and I assume the sale. And I said, okay, so are you ready to move forward with the policy? Or say, so all I need to really put this policy in effect is your card number and whatever. So I go ahead and assume the sale, because if you're like, well, so what do you think? And I don't like to give them time to think about it, because when you give people time to think about it, they never think about it. And then when you follow back up with them, they're either going to say, oh, I need more time, or they're not going to answer the phone. So you want to go ahead and get all of that while they're on the phone. If they're like, hey, I consult with my husband, I consult with my wife about this kind of thing, well, let's go ahead and bring them on the call as well. I can wait while you three-way them in, because you don't want them to get off the phone and it's going to be like crazy trying to get them back on the phone, especially if they're not serious about the product. I actually have a video. It's called How to Close the Insurance Sale on my channel. It was when I partnered with Southwestern Consulting. They're like a consulting company that helps insurance agents nationwide to help them with their sales, and their methods are proven to work. So check out that video. It's good free content that they gave me to use, and it really has helped a lot of people. People have reached out to me regarding that. You said you're working on getting insurance leads. So what vendor are you going through for insurance leads? A lot of times people do ask me like, hey, who do you go through for your leads? I don't use any leads. Everything is just natural marketing. And even some of the biggest insurance agents I know are like, yeah, we use leads, but thank God I've never had to use leads. And I always like reiterate this. So like my book of business is really growing organically from referral sources, from word of mouth, and from current clients coming back and buying more insurance. So that's kind of what it is. Oh wow, it's in the 90s. I like hot weather though. I'm planning on going to I'm going to Texas at the end of this month. And then next month, I'm looking at going to Phoenix. I know Phoenix is going to be really hot because I went in December of 2019 and it was really, really hot. So I can only imagine how the summer is with the. Thanks to you. Sorry, it's okay. The summer is. One of my friends popped in. Are you about to leave? Or are you chilling? Okay. All right. Have a good one. Thank you for stopping by and helping me with my stuff. Sorry guys. Myths or misconceptions. That's a tongue twister. Myths or misconceptions about insurance agents. What is a myth that I've heard? I wouldn't even say like misconceptions or myths because sometimes they're true. It literally just depends on what agent you go to and who they work for. So if they're for like the MLMs and things like that, a lot of times those myths and misconceptions are true. So I don't even know a true misconception of an insurance agent that I've heard that's not really true. I can only speak for myself. Like I know a lot of times they say, the insurance agents is very salesy. I'm not salesy at all. Like I know how to sell, I know how to close the deal, but I don't come off as I'm trying to sell something to you. Because if I meet you and I come off to you as I'm selling this product, you're not going to buy into it. You're going to be like, have that guard up already. So I definitely do not, I'm not salesy at all. What part of Texas is your family in? I'm actually going to Houston. Yeah, I'm going to Houston. Actually, for my birthday, it's me and like 12 of my closest friends are going to Houston for about a week out there. We got this huge house and we got some cool plans, and I'm very, very, very excited to go to Houston. I went back in 2019, 2020, right before COVID got really big, like the March of COVID, we went. It was a good time, and they didn't have any restrictions at the time because COVID wasn't as like prevalent, I guess, as it is now. So what do you suggest for someone just starting out? So in regard to like leads, I don't really have any, I guess, sound advice for that because I'm not just very familiar with leads. I would say do your research and reach out to different agents and brokers in your area and see who they use. I just went about it marketing myself, reaching out to State Farm agents, farmers agents, people that are captive and they don't have as much variety or bigger selection of carriers that they can pull from. So that's what helped me out a lot. But if you're in an area that you don't know a lot of people, I guess leads would be the way to go. Or you could always start out independent. I mean, captive. Build up your network. This is what I did: build up my network, build up my marketing, and then I went on my own. And then they already knew I was an insurance agent, so it wasn't like he's starting an agency and he's an insurance agent. I had no idea. So they already knew I was Kenny, the insurance agent. Oh, now he has an agency. It made sense. So. Never heard of. I think I have heard of Tyler, Texas. My cousin actually stays in Fort Worth, and I actually have a day in the life video when I was in Fort Worth with her for like a week. It's a really nice area. Congratulations on getting your PNC license. What state are you in? PNC, in my opinion, is definitely the hardest license to get. It is not easy. I had a time getting my PNC license just because it was so much information stuffed into that test and you didn't know what was going to be on it, what wasn't going to be on it. So you pretty much had to know everything that you studied pretty much. And it was a lot. Also, I did hire if y'all follow me on Instagram, y'all know, but I hired a content manager, which was really, really cool. And the reason I did the content manager was because I want to be able to translate my information on YouTube to Instagram, but not like my actual physical videos. I want you guys to be able to go to my Instagram or whoever, look at it and know like he's an insurance broker. It's very inspirational, XYZ, and just read that from my channel. So I hired a content manager. He's a photographer as well. So I have a few photo shoots every month. He does the research for me and all the content. And this is the picture that so in the caption, go check out my Instagram. Is the same as my YouTube channel. So it's all the same, all in the same thing. Check me out, follow me, and leave some comments. I love feedback and interaction on my Instagram as well. So I feel like I've done a okay job or a good job of branding myself on YouTube. Now it's time to go to Instagram, LinkedIn, and all the others and tie it all in together. So, so branding is definitely going to be not my biggest struggle, but what I'm focusing on very heavy now, because I know it does bring in a lot of traffic, a lot of leads and things like that. Congratulations. So just a question. So I know you said you went and got your personal lines first, and then you went back and got like general lines or your regular P&C. What made you get the personal lines first instead of just going straight for the P&C? What is your opinion about getting your health and life before starting captive? It would be my first job as an agent. I would highly recommend getting your life, health, and then P&C as well. Just because P&C is state mandated, your car insurance, homeowners insurance, renters, whatever, that is state mandated, and it'll be a lot easier to sell, P&C, and then you can segue into life and health. Life and health, a lot of times, it's not as easy to sell. It is very lucrative, but if you do all the things, they may say no on their life, but you can get their auto. They may say no on the health, but you can quote their business. So I would highly recommend getting all the licenses before starting captive. I know Allstate. From what I know, Allstate pays really well. I was with State Farm. The checks were good, but I know they could have been better, which is another reason why I left. I know that I'm able to double, triple, and quadruple the income that I made there. But Allstate, from what I've heard from different friends and colleagues working there, they got paid really good at Allstate. State Farm is just, in my opinion, a bigger company. They spend a lot of their money on marketing. As you know, they pay Jake. Now they have Drake up there as well. So that's where a lot of their money is going to, is marketing. And it works for them. A lot of people have State Farm. State Farm is a very reputable company. So, yeah. Excuse me. But yeah, about the content manager. So I'm very excited. I've been saying so a lot, and I don't know why. I'm trying to stop. And I keep catching myself saying it. But I got a content manager, and I'm very excited about that. I want to get into like reels, and I don't know how I feel about TikToks. I love going on TikToks and watching different ones, but being able to make them, I feel like is an art. I've seen like some of my friends that are influencers and have these big brand deals that make these TikToks. And I'm like, how do you do it? And they're like, oh, it's easy, Kenny. You just got to do X, Y, Z. But I have so much other stuff going on. But as people say, you always, put your energy into what you want to put it into. So I guess it's like, I could, but I'm gonna look into it. If anybody knows how to do TikTok videos, please let me know. Like, how to make them and make the cool effects. I have friends trying to teach me, but I just rather not do it at all and just somebody else make it for me. So what's up with you guys though? It's like a short week this week. Tomorrow's Taco Tuesday. For me, I'm a big taco person, so I'm going out with some friends after work. I actually have two of my friends coming down tonight. One's already here to go to Taco Tuesday with me. So we're going out tomorrow. It's going to be a really good time. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see it on my story. I try to post my insurance stuff as well as like my personal life on my YouTube, just because I want everything to seem natural and authentic. If I was just up there posting insurance stuff all day, it's like, well, who are you as a person? And I don't really think people can connect to someone that they only see one side of. It's like they're putting on a front, or they're putting on some type of facade for Instagram, when I just want to be authentic, because I'm pretty much an open book. And yeah, trying to see where my other friend is. Do you guys have any questions? I'm an open book. Let's see. And are you guys captive, independent? Let me know. Somebody asked, is there a limit to how many states you can be licensed in? There's not. I don't believe. I've heard somebody be licensed in, somebody said 48 states. So one state you cannot be licensed in. It's like Massachusetts. It's not Massachusetts. It's one of these states that I don't know what state it is, but the insurance goes to the government. So it's like 48 or 49 states that you can be licensed in. And a lot of times when you work for like a Liberty Mutual or one of those companies and you're in a call center and you're just like servicing accounts all over the US, you have to be licensed in all states in order to help. But for me, I'm licensed in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Virginia, Tennessee. I'm licensed in 5 states. But for commercial insurance, so for businesses, I can write in 48 states for insurance. So get with the right carriers, get with the right associations, get with the right agency clusters, and that they're able to benefit you and you're able to benefit them as well. I love my agency cluster. I've learned a lot from them. There's nothing that they cannot do. I'm very, very grateful for that. What is your opinion about getting your health and life before starting cap? Already said that. My bad. Is there a limit of how many states you can be licensed in? Already asked that. Can you talk about life insurance during COVID, during the COVID? So life insurance during COVID is very important. Not even I know it's very important. I always tell people to take advantage of it now because I say give it 5 years, not even 5 years. And I was talking to a recruiter for a life insurance company the other day, and she was literally saying the same thing. I'll say in 3 to 5 years, a question on the life insurance application would be, have you been diagnosed with COVID-19? And that can affect your rating and the premium, or even if they're going to accept or deny you. And if you had COVID, if you've been diagnosed with COVID, now is the time while they're not asking, have you had COVID, X, Y, Z, to go ahead and get the life insurance. I had a family friend of mine, we've been trying to get her to get life insurance forever. She finally was like, all right, I need it. But she went to the doctor because she had COVID and something happened with her heart, and now nobody will accept her. I mean, she can get a super low benefit of $10,000, but she has 3 kids, she has a mortgage, she has a car note and things like that, and she was looking more to like $200,000-$300,000. So now because she waited too late, she now can only get $10,000 and she's stuck. So essentially, it is what it is. And like I told her, I was like, I've been trying to get you to get this insurance. We told you the importance of it. And she's like, yeah, I get it now. I'm trying to tell my kids to get it. But as they always say, you don't need insurance until you need insurance. So that's why I went ahead and got my own insurance. Wanted to make sure that I'm protected. And I definitely plan to get more insurance later on down the line, like, the next few years, like a nice big term policy when I buy my home and things like that. But having insurance is very important because you never know when you're going to die. We get car insurance just in case we get in a car accident. We have homeowners insurance in case something happens to our home, like a fire and it burns down. But death is inevitable. We're all going to go through it. It's something that no matter who you are, what your status is, your nationality, your belief, or anything, you're going to die. And you don't want, your grieving family to have to call the rest of the family asking for money to put you into the ground or have a service for you. Life insurance is super inexpensive, especially if you're young and healthy. You can get it cheaper than a cup of coffee a day, as they always say. And it could truly benefit you even when you're alive. So if you want to look over any policy, feel free to email me at info@remedy. I can put it in here for you. And I'll be more than happy to help you with that. Let's see if I can pin this bad boy. All right, my email is now pinned. So is it just me? Or do I have others working for me? So I do have agents under me. I have one in Atlanta, and I have two in North Carolina, and potentially one in South Carolina at the moment. But right now, it's really been me, of course, leading the way in sales and things like that, because you want to be the example. You can a boss can tell somebody what to do, but a true leader is out there, working hard and working harder than everybody else. So, and I'm building up my agency. I don't have time to be telling other people what to do. I need to show them by example. And I'm looking soon to hire somebody like a salaried position coming in, helping me with administrative stuff as well as sales. I know it does take a team to build a multi-million-dollar company. That's the goal for me. Excuse me. And thank you. So yeah, it's been my 1 year as an insurance YouTuber. So grateful for that. So grateful. I didn't think it would go like this, but it did. And I plan on coming back to YouTube very soon. My biggest struggle is two things. It would be coming up with different content ideas, because I do want to keep it fresh. I actually had a meeting with one of my friends. She's very big on YouTube, and we're planning on doing a collaboration and kind of merging the two concepts together. Not going to really say what it is. Hopefully I can execute it right. And just to give you guys a different side of insurance/lifestyle, because that's my biggest goal. And, I know you guys really like the day in life videos. I know you guys like what one's doing really well is tips on passing the insurance state exam. And another one that's doing well is, what's the other one? Like how Kaplan is, and then like my first week in insurance or what to expect. So just let me know what type of videos you want. I did have some ideas that some people emailed me. I'm sorry, guys. I just got a text message from somebody that's watching my. Yikes. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I do have some ideas. Let me pull them up. So somebody told me to do a home office tour. I really want to do that. But my office isn't done. I actually am horrible at decorating, but one of my friends is helping me get my home office together with decorations and things like that. So I have a plant in here. I have this picture. And then I have like this thing I saw on actually another insurance YouTuber's channel. It's like nutrition facts, but it's like ingredients. It's like entrepreneurship, motivation, and all that. And that's like at my door on this side, so you can't see it. But that's really all I have. And then my desk is a huge L-shaped desk, and I have two monitors. But I want it to be more homey in here. I have my degree on the wall, and I need to print out my insurance license and frame them. But it's always 1,000 things that I need to do, and I never do any of them. So somebody wanted me to do a video on how insurance agents get paid. And that video, I'm totally okay with doing that video, but all insurance agents don't get paid the same. It just depends on the company you work for, if you're captive or independent, the commission schedule and everything. I could possibly do it of how I got paid from State Farm, because how I got paid from State Farm isn't the way I get paid now. And then how I get paid now is as a business owner, opposed to me working for the company. So that's one idea I had. Going to college as an insurance agent, people have asked me to do that. And what are my opinions on that? College was the best thing that ever happened to me. Going to my university, I still am very close to a lot of people there. When I go to Houston, over half the people that are going, I met in college, and they have truly been a great support system for me, even before this, and just figuring out what I really want to do. So I'm very, very grateful for that. So college is definitely important. However, I don't feel like you need to go to college to be successful in insurance. But I have seen a lot of insurance brokers start hiring people, but they have to have a degree because they show commitment and things like that. I don't regret going to college. It was the best 3 years of my life. Thank God I graduated early. I mean, I could have did 4 years, but I know I did enough in 3 years to make it last. So I was very grateful for my college experience. And people keep asking me about tips on passing the life insurance exam. And here's the crazy thing. So I know my tips on passing the life insurance state exam would blow up because all my other ones, like one of them have, I think it's 39,000 views, and the other one has like 20,000. Like they're all back to back. And that's the only one I haven't done because I have to really do my research on, get my notes out. And I haven't looked at my life insurance notes since July of last year. I mean, granted, I know about life insurance, but the exam is a different beast. And I do want to do that video because I know it could help a lot of people. The life insurance exam isn't one of the harder exams in my opinion, but I kind of knew about life insurance. Thank God I had financially literate parents that taught me about the importance of life insurance. So I had an idea of what that would look like. But I do want to do a video on that. I have a lot of people, most people that I coach for passing the insurance state exam, it's usually life insurance. And they're like, well, what does this mean? And what does that mean? But I kind of teach them how to read through the information and pull out bits and pieces that's going to be on the exam. And then the rest you'll learn once you start in insurance. Because I remember my first life insurance meeting, it was this banker guy. He made 6 figures and I was supposed to be talking to him. Why did they put me on this call? I don't know. And I knew how to pass the exam, but I didn't really know about life insurance. And I know I didn't sound confident on the phone, and I truly hated it. I was like a baby in insurance, and I was like, what am I going to say to him? So after you go into insurance and after you pass the exam, make sure that you continue to study. And a lot of times people ask me, well, how did you become so knowledgeable so fast or become so successful so fast? It's because I study every day. To this day, I'm always watching YouTube videos. I'm always reading up on different insurance. I'm a geek when it comes to insurance. It's so interesting to me. And if I don't know something, I'm willing to reach out. I have a great relationship with my underwriting team. I talk to them every day. They are all knowing. I couldn't be an underwriter because I feel like they know everything. And I'm just like, yeah, I can't do it. But definitely study outside of your 9 to 5, because if you're just learning insurance in your 9 to 5, you can't elevate yourself to the next level and you won't separate yourself from anyone. And somebody asked me on the independent side, how do you get your carrier appointments? I can do a video on that as well. Carrier appointments are very important and very essential to if you have your own agency. And I was thinking about possibly doing like my first 6 months owning my own agencies, what I've learned, because if I knew back then what I knew now, it would have saved me from so many different mistakes, so many different, whatever. So I would be more than happy to do that as well. How would one determine a deductible in home and auto? So what I do, I explain to them what a deductible is. And once I just explain to them what a deductible is, it's like, how much can you afford to pay out of pocket, or how much do you want to pay out of pocket if you get in a car accident today? Some are like, I don't want to pay anything. So then you change it to 0 or no deductible, and you show them the amount. Some say I can pay $250 or $500, and then if they're just going for price, they'll say $1,000. But I do reiterate, if they do go with $1,000 or even $500, I'm like, so you do realize if you get in an accident and anything happens, you have to pay $500 before the insurance kicks in. So if the damages is $300, they're not paying anything out because that's less than the deductible. So it really depends on where you are financially. If you're a very financial or numbers person, you know that a higher deductible is smart financially if you can stow that money away. If you can keep $1,000, it's a lot smarter to pay the higher deductible because the probability of you getting in an accident isn't very likely. Now, if you're one of those accident prone people, and a few of my clients have been in 4 accidents since I've known them, I'm just like, all right, maybe you need to go with no deductible or $250 or $500. But if you're a great driver, I say go with the highest deductible. Review your coverages and see what really works best for you. Your agent should be going over your coverages at least once a year. I do that as well. I actually learned that at State Farm. I call it a insurance and financial review. Just going over all their policies, just seeing if their coverages are where they need to be, especially for their homeowners insurance. As you see the price of wood and lumber is going up. So we want to make sure if the home does burn down, that they will be, in the same condition they were before the accident happened. Remember me when you start hiring. Salita, when I come to Florida, I have so many people reach out to me on a monthly basis about coming to Florida to open my agency. And honestly, every time I see that, I'm like thinking more like maybe I could like go to Miami for like, 6 months and then open an agency and come back. I'm definitely down for that, especially when I like start growing a team. It's traveling over the country and just open up different agencies and have a team running it and things like that. That's my ultimate goal, and just to speak and motivate people all over the country. And I'm grateful my YouTube is giving me that platform to be able to talk to people. Excuse me, right now I have viewers in US, Canada, Puerto Rico, Jamaica, Germany, Russia, Japan, and somewhere else. And that's crazy to me because I don't know how insurance is over there, but I could imagine it's a little bit different. But the fact that they found my video when they're searching for different content to look at is super amazing to me. So I'm very grateful for that. Should I package my home and auto insurance with the same insurance carrier? So it depends on the premium amount, which is why it's very important to shop around. A lot of times you do get discounts if you do bundle your home and auto together. But a lot of times the bigger companies, the State Farms, the Allstates, even when you bundle your home and auto together, it's still less expensive to have them separate, especially if you have like an accident or you had some type of like roof damage on your home. If you have like own a home or your renter's insurance, your laptop broke and you filed a claim, it's going to be a lot higher. So you want to go through what's called non-admitted companies a lot of times, and they'll be able to help you out and give you a cheaper rate. How did you get good at writing homeowners quotes? At writing the homeowners policies, you're struggling. So like you mean like a HO3, HO8, HO6, so like condos, renters, a standard single family home. It did take practice because homeowners insurance is not easy at all. When I tell you, I used to hate, it's good premium, but I used to hate writing homeowners insurance. Renters insurance is super easy. I can do that with my eyes closed. But I remember first starting and having to write homeowners insurance. There's so many different things that are included. And it's also certain endorsements that I always put on my homeowners insurance. So if somebody's buying a home and, I always go through all the coverages that's included. I never want to like try to put something in there they don't know. I always want to be completely honest. And I want you to know what you do have on this policy and what you don't have on this policy. And what I find myself explaining the most is flooding is not covered in your policy unless you get flood insurance. So if you're in a flood zone, realtors call me all the time like, hey, Kenny, my client needs homeowners insurance. Can you add flood on there? But a lot of times they don't understand that a flood insurance policy is a whole separate policy from your homeowner. So it's technically two policies that they have to get. And a lot of times if you are in a flood zone, they are not cheap. And I was talking to this guy, he's, what's his name? Like the flood insurance guru or something like that. And he was telling me how the market for that is crazy. And a lot of people don't even know that they need flood insurance. But just practice makes perfect. If you have any quick questions about homeowners insurance and how to quote something, shoot me an email. I pinned it up here at the top. I guess you guys see it. Excuse me. But on the independent side, I have underwriters that I call. And my underwriting team is phenomenal. If I have any questions, I always call them and say, well, why is it this? Or why can't I put that on there? And they're really quick to respond. If I call or email them, and they'll even walk you through it. And even on the captive side, it was a little harder to get in touch with underwriting, but I did call State Farm underwriting a lot, and they did walk me through it as well and say, this is why you can't do it. This is what you can do. Because a lot of times, even if you're working under an agent, agents don't know everything, or they don't have the guidelines of everything, but underwriters do. So let's say you submit something and underwriting comes back and says, psych, this is actually what it means. You might as well have reached out to underwriting to begin with, because then they can tell you this is going to get denied, or this is what you need to do, or this is what you need to send in also with the application. So it goes ahead and it kind of cuts out any like side work that you would have to do later on. But now I really enjoy writing homeowners insurance. I actually have a quote to do right now. She wants to bundle her home and auto together. I don't think she has any losses, but she has like 4 cars and a really nice house. So I actually have to call her tomorrow to get that set up. It's been a really crazy week. It's already Tuesday, it's Monday, but it's already Tuesday, basically starting my week due to the holiday. All right, Sleeta, when I come to Florida, don't be ducking and dodging now, because I'm going to call on you. I'm definitely going to call on you and say, Sleeta, we talked about this. What's up? So I'm going to call you when I come to Florida. Fun fact, Florida is one of my favorite places to visit. Growing up, my parents took us to Florida a lot, and I still go back. For my 22nd birthday, me and like 10 of my friends went to Florida for a week, Orlando for a week, and it was really fun. And then for my spring break in college, I went to Miami. I enjoyed that. And then for my dad's birthday, sometimes we'll all fly in and meet in Orlando. They have a timeshare down there. So I really love Florida. Florida's amazing. What is the best age to get life insurance? The best age to get life insurance is when after their 2-week checkup. That's the honest to God answer. So if you have a baby and little Melissa's so cute and she has puffy cheeks and you're taking her to the doctor, after her 2-week checkup, that's when it's just ideal to get the life insurance. I highly recommend getting a limited pay policy. For those that are licensed, know what that is. For those who are not licensed, essentially means I'm going to pay on this policy for 15 years. After the 15 years, the policy is paid up, but it continues to grow. So let's say Melissa gets to college, 18, or let's say Melissa doesn't even go to college. Let's say Melissa is an amazing baker and she wants to open a bakery. She now has this income or this money that from her policy that's called a cash buildup, and she can take it out as a loan. And it's your money. So with the bank, you have to apply for a loan, all this in the third. But for your life insurance policy, you don't have to apply for it because it's yours. You take that money and you use it to start your business. And that's another reason why I believe in creating generational wealth, because if they're 2 weeks old, 3 weeks old, the insurance policy is going to be a whole lot less than if they're 30, 40, 50. A lot of times people like to get life insurance closer to death. And of course, the closer you are to death or your mortality rate or what have you, it's going to be a lot higher. So if I was 2 weeks old trying to get a $100,000 policy, it's probably $30 a month, a whole life policy. If I'm 50, I actually did one. She was 52 and got a $100,000 policy. She had some health issues. It was $240 a month opposed to the $40, $30 she could have. But a lot of times, I can speak for my community, a lot of times in the African-American community or the Black community in general, it's not really vocalized a lot. We don't know the importance of it, or we're not exposed to the importance of it. And I think that sucks. But that's why I'm here, and that's why I do make it my business to talk to everyone about life insurance. And I talk about it in more of a educating way than more of a salesy way. Whether you get it with me or whether you get it with Joe Blow down the street, as long as you're protected, that's all that truly matters. Because anytime you go on GoFundMe at any given point and you type in funeral, it's nearly 1 million active searches. People are constantly going up there, asking for money to bury their loved ones. And how it is for me, God forbid, but when my parents do pass on or any family member, I don't want to have to grieve and then go and ask for money. That's a lot. People don't like to ask for money anyways, but now I have to go in here on these social media sites while I'm in not a good state of mind and ask for money. And then if people don't pay or donate to you, now you're figuring out how do I figure this out? How am I going to put my parents in the ground? And so you want to leave your descendants or whoever you leave behind in a better position than when you were there. And that's why I got my life insurance policy at a very young age. My parents have their life insurance policies. My brother's in the military, so they're covered. I just want to make sure that my family is covered. It's more so about protecting you more so than me making money off of it. The money will come when you do something that you truly love and you're truly helping people. That's what I always believe, and that's why I'm always honest. Sometimes I technically lose money because I give the client the better policy and I might not get as much money out of it, But I was always taught that if you do the right thing, God will bless you. And I have been blessed. So I continue to do the right thing, and then I get it back in tenfold. That was a really long answer. I don't even answer questions that long, but I hope that helped. Kenny, congrats on the year of YouTube. What is the biggest contribution to your lead generation? Thank you so much for that. It's been a year. It's truly been a year. I'm truly grateful for everybody that has reached out to me. And my subscribers y'all are the best because y'all are so supportive. Y'all are so nice. Y'all are just there for me. Like, for real. Whenever I make a video, y'all have such nice things to say. Y'all have such good feedback, and y'all keep it real. And I really do appreciate you guys for reaching out to me. If you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on my Instagram. It's literally the same as my YouTube. So follow me on IG. My biggest contribution to lead generation has been Facebook. Oddly enough, so before I started insurance, I was on I was on Facebook to, keep up with my older family members, post pictures here and there. I graduated from college. I moved to so-and-so, or I got a new job, or I'm in a relationship, things like that. I would post it on Facebook. But then when I started getting into insurance, I started joining a lot of small business groups and things like that. And you'd be surprised how many small business groups, the businesses in those groups do not have insurance, for one, or two, did not realize they need insurance. And a lot of them were doing like sole proprietorship. So if, God forbid, they were sued or a loss happened, they're coming for their car, their home, and all of that. And I think I really should do a video on that and kind of have one of my business mentors chime in. She's a business owner, and talk about the difference between an LLC and a sole proprietor. A lot of my clients are like Joe Smith, DBA, and in their business. But the dangerous thing about that is if you get sued, they're coming for your stuff because you're doing it in your personal name. I think it's very smart to separate the two, which is what I did and what I encourage anyone to do. And it's not expensive to get your LLC started. And she's actually in here, so if you have any mental health consultant, if you have any feedback on that, let me know. But Facebook has been amazing. Instagram has been really good as well. Referral sources. So a lot of captive agents, a lot of realtors. I don't really dabble with a lot of car dealerships because I know how that business doesn't stick. So it's usually just those two that have sent me a lot of business. I want to reach out to, actually this week, I did it right now, reach out to some mortgage lenders, because they, you get a home, you have to talk to them. So they have all those people, and as well as CPAs, like accountants and things like that. I have reached out to them, and she was like, hey, I will be happy to send you some people. Come to find out, started talking to her. She didn't even have insurance on her own accounting firm. And I'm like, you need this. You're doing taxes. It's a very legal thing. If you get sued, they're going to come for your personal possessions. I was able to help her out with that, which was really cool. She was out of Georgia. Yeah. John said, bro, I am in the midst of studying for the PNC. Homeowners and Dwelling is so confusing. Kaplan is helpful, but I still have to write notes. Did you have to? Yes. So I always tell people when they are getting confused on dwelling and home. So what are you specifically getting confused on? Because I know there's like HO234, then DP23. I know it's very confusing, but what are you exactly getting confused on? And maybe I can kind of help you decipher the two. The mental health consultant said also closing attorneys are a good referral source. I never thought about that. Closing attorneys. Never thought about that. They are at every closing, huh? Yeah. But some of my realtor referral sources have been absolutely amazing. It's like every time they have a client, they're reaching out to me saying, hey, can you get my client? And the thing about me is I work around the clock. So if somebody were to email me, text me, call me, like right now, I would for sure have a quote to them tonight. Just because I know that people in today's society like microwave results. They want it quick. They want it fast. And the fact that you trust me with your insurance, I want to give you the best customer service possible. And even for whatever reason, if I can't get it to you today, I'm going to communicate, hey, Ms. Smith, I was able to send in an application, but it may take a day or two to get it back to you, but I will keep you updated. If I don't get back the next day, best believe I'm emailing, texting, or calling her and say, hey, Ms. Smith, I expedited it. I put a rush on it, and I will have it back tomorrow. I'll call you before 12 to go ahead and get you that quote. I love to keep them updated because they know that you are actually working, for them, and you're helping them out. How many times have you put in a complaint or something, and they say, we're going to get back to you, and 3-4 days go by, you haven't heard anything, like, have they forgot about me? You call them back and they say, yeah, we're working on it. Well, nobody told me, so how was I supposed to know? So I never want my clients to feel like I'm not, like being diligent and working super hard on what they have, their policies and things like that. I never thought about closing attorneys. That's actually a really good one. Basic, bail, basic, broad, and special. There are a lot of equations that can be a little complex to remember all the formulas. So what I did to break down the dwelling and homeowners is went to the insurance lady. I'll type in her YouTube. She's an insurance YouTuber, but she's more so like education. Insurance lady, what's her name? Yeah. Look at hers, and she will effortlessly break down the two, like effortlessly. She helped me out. She helped me pass my test. But all the formulas, I was super nervous. Like, I'm not going to remember all these formulas. So what I did is right before the test in my car, I looked at all the formulas and took like a snapshot in my head. As soon as I sat down at the testing desk, I wrote down every formula. I only used one out of like 6. And I could have like did it without the formula sheet, but if you are super nervous about that part, just as soon as you get there, just go ahead and write down the formulas. Like, look at it right before you go in. Don't talk to anybody. Say, I'm here for my test, and keep saying them over and over again in your head, and you'll be good to go. I finally started working now as a Medicare agent license. How is that going for you, and what state are you in? I don't do a lot of Medicare. It's so many things that I want to get into, and that's the beauty of insurance. It's a very diverse field. It's so many different ways that you could go, but right now I'm focused on, of course, the life insurance. My biggest markets are life insurance and then business insurance. Over 60% of my clients every month are businesses, just because I know the retention rate is a lot better. This month, I think I did a lot of, or last month, I did a lot of auto, I believe. Auto insurance. Yeah, I did a lot of auto insurance, which is not normal for me. I used to do just a lot of business and a lot of life insurance. I'll do some health insurance as well. I work with a great company for that as well. And I've been getting a lot of people health insurance for a very, very good price. Like, my uncle needed dental insurance. He called me like, hey, Kenny, I need some dental insurance. I don't have any, because he's a business owner. And it's so important for business owners to have health insurance, dental insurance, all the works. And it's not expensive. A lot of times it goes off of your yearly income. So if you're a new business owner not making anything, that price is going to reflect. So you'll be able to afford the health insurance. And his dental insurance, he's doing pretty well for himself too, but his dental insurance is only $30 a month. And he was able to get like the procedure he needed done and all that. I highly recommend everyone getting health insurance because it's not as expensive as people think it is. Let's see. So I'm going to be on here for like 6 more minutes, and then I'm going to call it quits. I try to do an hour. In and out, in and out, in and out. But insurance has truly changed my life for the better. I'm truly passionate about it, and it's really cool to be passionate about what you get paid for. Ever since I left, ever since I left State Farm, and even before, when I started working for State Farm, everything, it never felt like a job because I truly enjoy going to work. I truly enjoy talking to the clients, the customers at State Farm, talking about their family, and they have their babies on the way, they're moving. It was just so interesting talking to people. Of course, you got those clients that were rude, and I was thinking about doing a video of like some crazy like interactions I've had with insurance and how to handle it, because sometimes it can be overwhelming. I've been cussed out on the phone before with State Farm. Thank God with my agency, I've never had a bad like interaction, which I'm very thankful for. But I mean, if it happens, it happens. It's not like I'll be upset or anything. That's one thing about insurance is you can't take things personal. You have to kind of roll with the punches. They know a lot of times people come in cussing you out and things like that, but they're not mad at you. They're just upset and don't really know how to effectively communicate that to you. So they're just kind of lashing out. If you're there to listen and you understand where they're coming from and you agree with them, I promise you they'll calm down. A lot of times I'll see where clients are upset and they're on the phone and the agent is getting defensive. If you're getting defensive, now they're even in more attack mode, and now you guys are going back and forth, and you're never going to reach a resolution. Some creative living benefits of life insurance. So there's a lot of different ways that you can have living benefits, and that even goes into like the annuity side of things. I've seen people like J.C. Penney. So when the Great Depression happened, we all know who J.C. Penney is, the owner of J.C. Penney's or J.C. Penney. I think that's the name of the store. During the Great Depression, all the banks had no money. He was able to pull from his life insurance policy to keep his company afloat. So when everybody else's companies were going under, J.C. Penney was one of the few companies that was able to stay afloat because he had that much cash built up in his policy, as well as Walt Disney. A lot of people didn't believe in his dream, but he pulled from his life insurance policy the cash value and was able to start what we know now as Disney World and Disneyland. And send me an email and I can go more in depth about creative living benefits. And there's so many different policies. I actually did one where this lady is leaving the money to her mom, but she said her mom isn't great with money. So it was like, let's say $300,000. But every month, the mom is going to get a check. So it's divided up within 5 years. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know that was like you could do that. So that was really cool to look into. Is it possible to do life insurance without working a captive insurance job first and getting experience? It is absolutely possible. My favorite life insurance company is Massachusetts Mutual Life Insurance Company. They have great products. They have great training as well. So every Tuesday and Thursday in my region, they have trainings, and it's very intimate. The guy's been in insurance and financial services for 20, 30 years, and he goes over different things. Like if you have questions, he does the basics, going over the illustrations and what they mean, as well as if you have a complex case, he'll hop on the call with you. He'll help you refer to him as, your senior partner. He doesn't take any commission or anything like that. Or even if you are, before you get on the call, you can meet with him face to face and say, what does this mean? Or how do I sell this? So I don't think you need to have experience with a captive company, because once you get out on your own, it's a whole different ball game. I'm very grateful I went to State Farm. I learned a lot about basic insurance knowledge. But when I went on the independent side, that's when my insurance knowledge really heightened and really elevated times like 30. Are there any? There wasn't a lot of equations on my exam. And do you mean for like life insurance? Because I know there's some on P&C as well, but I don't remember. I'm not a mathy person. I didn't have a lot of equations on any of my exams at all. And I was very grateful because if you know me, P&C, no. I know there's the ones where you have to calculate and things like that when you practice. I would say know it because I haven't seen every test that's ever came out for insurance. But for me personally, in my experience, I didn't have crazy equations. I may have one. For my P&C test, I had a lot of flood insurance. I had a lot of commercial, and I had a lot of auto. That was my biggest. And some like HO, DP, that kind of stuff as well. That was the biggest thing. I had nothing on farm insurance. I had nothing on. Oh, I had some on crime insurance as well, like the theft and all that good stuff. But P&C is just a lot to take in. But once you get those licenses, you'll be so marketable in the insurance industry because agents are always, always, always looking to hire people for their agencies. Do you guys have any last questions before I hop off here? It's 9 o'clock. I'm actually about to go cook some salmon, I believe. Yeah. I'm about to cook some salmon because I actually don't like fish like that, but the older I get, the more I like it. So I'm about to definitely go cook that, and it's going to be so good. I've been watching a lot of your videos and afraid to take a plunge into a new career, but your videos are so inspiring. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Take the jump. Take it. Like, I promise you, you will not regret it. It was the best decision I've ever made in my life. You don't want to live your life in fear or the what if. You don't want to be at a job that you're miserable, because you only get one life. So you want to be able to enjoy and be in a career that you can actually help people, and you can see the benefit of you helping people, and you build those relationships with your clients. I have not seen probably 70% of my clients ever in life, but they call me. I know who they are. We talk about their kids, their business is doing well, and things like that. And I actually want to one day in the future start a insurance association. How do you even do that? I don't know. But I want to do that, and also start like some type of business owners, what's the word? Like a business owner group where we talk about different ideas and how to elevate your business and things like that. Enjoy this hour with you, and thank you for sharing your knowledge. Thank you so much for hopping on here. I really appreciate all you guys' support. Can you do some content on getting commission with companies? Yes, like independent side, or write that down. You mean independent or with companies? And then do you mean life insurance or PNC, commercial? And are you kind of referring to like carrier appointments, or let me know? And I'm about to hop off. So if you want to email me, yes, independent. Okay, cool. Yeah. Maybe I should just go ahead and record a video tonight. I already have my lighting. I already have my shirt on. I'm going to go ahead and do that tonight. But thank you guys so much. Feel free to email me any like content you guys want to see, or comment below. Follow me on my Instagram. Feel free to DM me up there. I'm always on my Instagram talking to different subscribers and people that find me from the insurance industry. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Of course, again, my name is Kenny J, the insurance guru, and this is KennyJTV.